I'm going to walk you through changing the oil on a Honda Civic 2008. Some of these steps apply to almost any car except for the direct location of the oil bolt and the filter. So first thing you want to do is get the car up in the air. I use jack stands to get each side up even, so I have a little bit of space to crawl under. The jack points I used right here is where there's tow hooks on this car. On each side you can see that's where I used to jack it up, and then I put the stands right under the suspension. You're going to want a 17mm bolt, your 17mm socket, sorry, to get the bolt off, and have your filter ready, your new filter. So you don't have to crawl back underneath. You're going to want obviously some kind of drain pan. This one is from AutoZone. It has the place to put the filter, the old one. And then I always put some kind of carpet under here just to catch any extra oil. Okay, let's get into it. So your oil drain bolt is right here, right? Okay, and actually it says engine oil on the case right there. And your drain bolt is right there at the end. Okay, so you're going to want to loosen this up. Okay, so once you've loosened the bolt, make sure your pan is lined up to catch it, because it's going to come shooting out in a forward direction. So I usually just try to back it off until it gets close. You can tell you're going to get a little on your hands most likely. Then you just remove the bolt, let the oil drain out. I just stay here and let it drain out until the Alright, once it gets down to a drizzle, then I go ahead and put the bolt back in. Okay, we're going to hand tighten it first. Then I'm going to get all the oil off my hands before I tighten it all the way down, but hand tighten. Get your hands clean. And then I always wipe the bolt sight. That way, if you had an oil leak or something, you wouldn't have leftover. You don't want to be confused about leftover oil. So always wipe the bolt sight real clean. Then we're going to take our ratchet. Again, 17mm. And then we're just going to tighten it. There we go. Okay, so we just changed the oil. Follow me here. Here's your drain bolt right there. So your filter is right here. Okay, and you should be able to, I'm going to turn the video off so I can use both hands, but you should be able to get this out with your hand. Again, make sure your drain pan and maybe some kind of carpet or cardboard or tarp is underneath. Okay, so I got the filter off all the way. See, I got it in my oil change bucket here. Up there is where your new filter is going to go in. Okay, so we're going to put a new filter back in. In this case, for a 2008 Honda Civic, it's an M1 110A Mobile 1. So again, you're going to reach up there, get it threaded, and then just turn. Now you don't want to wrench this down, so once I reach a point of resistance, you're only going to go hand tight. Okay, so I got resistance right now, so I'm just going to give it 2 good turns. Then I'm going to reach up there with a shop rag, just because there could be a little bit of grease. And we're nice and tight on the oil filter, ready to put the oil back in. Okay, so you've secured your oil filter and your oil bolt is back in, so you're ready to put the oil back in. This specific Civic takes 5W20, however it will say on your cap what kind of oil your car takes. So you just want to take the oil cap off. Oops, put a funnel in. In this case, you just got to find a little weather stripping. There we go. So get the funnel in, and then you want to check your car's capacity as far as the quarts of oil. A Lucas oil stabilizer, which I use in every oil change, and then a full synthetic Valvoline 5W20. Okay, I'm going to put my stabilizer in first, which is 1 whole quart. So again, you just want to add it by adding it to the funnel, making sure you're not going to come out of the funnel. That's why you kind of get a wide mouth funnel. The narrower the opening going in to the intake, the harder it is to keep it from flowing over because it gets clogged up. So we got 1 quart in. We're going to put this off to the side because we're going to pour our old oil back into this. Take it back to the parts store. Okay, now one thing about these bottles, I'll actually tell you how many quarts you have left. Okay, it has 3 quarts left, 2 quarts left, 1 quart left. I'm gonna put 3 quarts in here. It's a 5 quart container, so I'm gonna pour till my line's down to 2 quarts left. Okay, and I'm just going to pull back and check every once in a while. So okay, I'm at 3 quarts left, so I need to put another quart in. It's going to give me 4 quarts total. I usually check the oil at that point, and then just add as needed, as there's still some in the system when I changed it. Again, just check your line. They make it really... Okay. Probably can't see it, but I have 2 quarts left. Let's put the cap back on that. Okay, take your funnel out, make sure you grab anything else, and then you just put your cap back on.